Hey guys, so today I just picked up a new pistol and I figured I would actually go over first impressions just out of the box, the Shadow Systems MR920. Number one reason I went with this firearm in particular is because I do own Glocks, and this basically is an upgraded Glock. It has a lot of features already stock on the firearm, which people would send out to get added to their Glock. So number one, you can see the grip and the texturing, I should actually say, on the back strap, your front strap, the grip panels, and even up here on the side of the frame. It's already textured for you, which is really cool. It has a good feel to it. Now, the MR920 is actually the same size as what like a Glock 19 would be. So it's got a shorter frame and a shorter slide. So you can see this is completely clear. There's no magazine or anything, so we'll just send that home. So when you actually look at it now, it's not really that large of a firearm, and I am right-handed, but I'll hold it left-handed for you so you can see. I can still get my entire hand around the grip. One reason that I can do that is actually because it has this magazine well, so it kind of locks your fingers right up in there. And again, I'll just do it left-handed so you can see all of that. So that's one reason I really like this. It just had a good feel to it. Now, some of the other features on here, which is kind of neat, I'm going to rotate this around. Your rear sight is completely blacked out. Now, that's not really an issue with me because I'm not truly trying to find my sights when I shoot. But the front sight, which you can see, I'll try to get that a little bit more in focus for you, is a nice true glow sight right there. And it's very clear to see once it autofocuses again, maybe. All right, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to focus, but it's very easy to pick out. It's quite large, so as far as your front sight picture, there we go. You can find that really quickly, so I'm a big fan of that. Now, while we're talking about the sights, let's just jump right into it. You can see that there's two screws right here. It actually is compatible to mounting an optic right from the factory, which is really cool. And what I mean by that is it's not just a cover plate right here. Once you remove these two screws, there's actually other holes inside here. So it's compatible with a lot of the big manufacturers for RMRs or just optics. So whether you're running like a Vortec or a Holosun, and Holosun is actually what we're going to be mounting on it. So I have that sitting right here. But the holes are already there for you, which is really cool for this particular firearm. You don't need to send it away. You don't need a special plate or anything. And one reason that they did that is so that the screws truly come all the way down into the slide of that firearm. So it's a little bit more stable than adding a bracket or your mounting plate and then the optic on top of that and only having 2 or 3 threads catching onto it. So it's going to be a real solid platform. Now, other things that I really like about this particular version, I'm going to try to do this without bumping the camera so we can see it. So right here, there's actually like a little lip under here. So when you have a proper grip on this, you're not accidentally bumping your slide stop to the rear, and you're not also releasing it. So after you shoot that last round, it's a little bit harder to do that because of how they designed the frame itself, which is kind of neat. In this particular version right here, you can see, it's really hard to actually see it. I'm going to try to use this so we can pick it up better. But as I pull this down, there's actually like a ramp is what I call it right here. A lot of times people are going to call that an accelerator, a gas pedal, whatever. And one of the reasons why I'm going to do this left-handed, which is kind of weird for me to shoot left-handed because I don't actually hold a gun this way too often. But I can actually press down with that so I can manage my recoil a lot easier with that lip right there, which is really nice. Some other things about this, I haven't really played with the trigger, but I am going to pull this just so you guys can see what it would feel or look like here. So let's verify we are completely unloaded. I know it is, but I know if I don't actually check it, someone's going to call me out on it. So we just verified it. So as I play with this, it has a nice amount of take up. But once you hit that wall, you can clearly feel that. So now it's just a real little motion. Perfect. You could hear it. It's a nice audible set. And as I go to release this, you can see how little this is. Right there, straight back, second shot. So really nice. I'm excited to shoot it. I haven't actually shot this firearm or anything. This is literally right out of the box. Just wanted to make a video so I could talk about things with it. And one other thing, I'm not a huge fan of the gold barrel necessarily, but one reason I do like this is you can see it does have the spiral fluting to the barrel, which is going to be really nice for keeping the gun cold as you're shooting. It does have a performance barrel in it, so I mean by theory, I should be able to shoot a little bit more accurate with it at a distance. I'm not necessarily concerned about this. This is actually going to be my everyday carry firearm, so I'm not trying to, take a 100-yard shot with it or anything. Right here, you can definitely see that front sight. I can see that's in focus really well right now, so it's pretty large, but that's a good thing when you're close to someone. You can pick up your sights nice and easily. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's going to be a fun shooting gun. The other thing I do have for it is a flashlight. I'm going to mount a Streamlight TRL-1HL on here and that Holosun 507C. I'll set the gun down for a second and grab that. And the reason I decided to go with the Holosun is simply because I am familiar with them. I've utilized their products in the past. I've been a fan of it. I was really hoping to go with the newest version, the 509T, and I ended up switching and going back to that 507. And the reason why mainly is because I wanted everything to mount right here without having to use that new base plate or anything. So I did decide to go with a slightly older optic, but I've always had good luck with them, so I'm not too concerned about that. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with the gun right out of the box. I've already torn it apart and lubricated it, got rid of the grease that was in there, and we're going to do a break-in with this firearm pretty soon. I'm not actually going to carry it for a while until I get the optic on there, get it sighted in and actually shooting, and broken in. So stay tuned. I'll have videos of all these things for you.